Hello everybody and welcome to the weekly homework video. I'm going to share my screen and then we're going to talk about what it is that we're doing for our homework this week. Okay, so this week we have been looking at multiplying by some large numbers in our heads. So we call this mental multiplication. Now every question that you answer in this video, we should try to do it mentally. Okay, try to use no paper, no fingers, no pens, no calculators, nothing. Just try to do everything in here. All right, give it a go. So the first thing we're going to look at is we're going to remind ourselves of the rules when multiplying by 10, multiplying by 20, and multiplying by 30. So when we multiply by 10, if we're multiplying an integer, so if we're multiplying a whole number, not a fraction or a decimal, but a whole number, if we're multiplying a whole number by 10, all we need to do is stick a 0 on the end of that number. Okay, so we'll look at that more in a second. If we're multiplying by 20, if we're multiplying a whole number by 20, we double the number and then add a 0. Okay, and we'll look at more of those in a second. If we're multiplying by 30, we triple the number and then we add a 0. And we'll look at some more of those questions in a minute. So let's go on to multiplying by 10. So like I said, when multiplying a whole number by 10, all we need to do is add a 0 on the end. Very, very, very straightforward. So we know that 35 multiplied by 10 would be just to stick a 0 on the end of 35. So the answer would be 35 with a 0 on the end, 350. 720 multiplied by 10. Once again, all I want to do is stick a 0 on the end of 720, and that becomes 7,200. And then finally, 46 multiplied by 10. I just put a 0 on the end of 46. What does that become? 460. So we can answer those questions very, very quickly. We can answer those questions within 3 seconds, okay? And you're going to prove it now. So you're going to see, we're going to play a bit of an interactive game here, okay? You're going to see a question come up on the screen. You will have 5 seconds to say what the answer is aloud. Okay, so see if you can beat the timer. You've got 5 seconds. As soon as the question comes up, start working it out. Okay, so here we go. First question. And the answer is 4,120. Next question. Ready? Go. The answer is 20,010. And final question. The answer is 7,090. Okay, so well done if you got all 3 of those. If you did get all 3 of those in the time, if you needed more time, that's fine, that's great. If you got them within, you know, the time you had, 3 to 5 seconds, that's brilliant. That's really, really good. That's what we need to be doing, okay? So now we're going to move on to our 20 multiplied by 20. So this time, instead of just adding a 0 on the end of our numbers, we need to double the number first, then we need to add a 0. Okay, we spoke about why this was the case on Monday, so hopefully you remember why we have to do that, but it works. Okay, so just trust the process. We double it, we add a 0. So 16 multiplied by 20, we double 16 and we add the 0. So double 16, 32, add a 0, 320. Okay, 34 multiplied by 20, double 34, 68, add the 0, 680. Next question, 21 multiplied by 20, we get 21 and we double it, which is 42, and we add the 0, which is 420. Okay, well done if you said that. So now it's our turn to prove that we understand this. That we're going to have a bit longer than 5 seconds this time because having to double the number can be tricky with certain numbers. All right, so let's say we've got 10 seconds to answer these questions. All right, so first question is coming up now. The answer is 880. If we double 44, we get 88. If we add that 0, we get 880. Okay, next question. If we double with 31, we get 62. If we add the 0, we get 620. Final question. Okay, and the answer is 920, because if we double 46, so 46 plus 46, we get 92. We add the 0, we get 920. Okay, the final part of this of the multiplication section of this video, we're multiplying by 3. So we do a very similar thing to what we've been doing. Of course, we add the 0, but before we add the 0, rather than multiplying by 2 first, or doubling first, we're multiplying by 3 first, we're tripling. So to multiply by 30, we triple our whole number and add a 0. Okay, so 8 times 3, add 0. 8 times 3 is 24, add 0, 240. Okay, what's 13 times 3? 13 times 3 is 39, add the 0 is 390. And final question, 16 multiplied by 30. So 16 times 3 is 48. Add the 0, 480. Okay, so it's all about tripling the number, adding the 0. So your turn. Okay, let's have 10 seconds to answer these questions. So first question is coming up in 3, 2, 1. The answer is 750. 25 multiplied by 3 is 75, or triple 25, 75. Add the 0, 750. Next question. Okay, 32 multiplied by 3, so 32 plus 32 plus 32, or triple 32, would give us 96. Add the 0 would give us 960. And the final question. Okay, 12 multiplied by 3, or triple 12, or 12 plus 12 plus 12 is 36. Add the 0, 360. Okay, so well done if you managed to if you understood this very, very good. If you didn't understand it, make sure maybe watch the video again. Maybe watch through the sections that you didn't understand until you really understand this, because I showed you the other day why this is useful, because this can help us answer more complex questions such as 25 times 19, 25 times 29, 25 times 9. And also it helps us estimate, doesn't it? Okay, so make sure we're really, really, really good at this. Okay, we're going to move on now to the next section. Okay, I need to hide my camera for this one so you can see the instructions. All right, so we know what to do with this question. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to leave it on the screen. Pause the video here and then play the video when you think you know the answer. Okay, so let's go through this one. So we begin at J11. So here is J. Let's go up to 11, which is here. So we're here at J11. We move east 1 space. So east is this direction. So now we're here. We move south 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. We move west 2 spaces. 1, 2. We move southwest 4 spaces. Southwest. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We move south 2 spaces. 1, 2. We end up in Algeria. Okay. Next question. So pause the video here, have a go at answering this one, and then play when you think you know the answer. Okay, so we start off at N10. So here is N down here. Let's go up to number 10, which is here. Okay, we move south 2 spaces. 1, 2. We move west 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We move southeast 2 spaces. 1, 2. We move southwest 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. We move northwest 2 spaces. 1, 2. We arrive here in Spain. Okay, final question. So pause the video here, have a go at doing this one, and then press play when you think you know the answer. So for this question, we begin at B1. So here is B, here is 1. So we begin here. We move northeast 2 spaces. 1, 2. We move east 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We move northwest 2 spaces. 1, 2. We move northeast 2 spaces. 1, 2. We are in Germany. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope all of the questions in this video made sense. Please make sure you let me know if they didn't. Thanks for watching. Bye.